Have you ever seen somebody driving and using their cell phone or text messaging while driving? I have, and this really upsets me. There are two dangers associated with driving and using a cell phone. First, drivers must take their eyes off the road in order to dial the phone or even answer the phone. Second, people can become so absorbed in their conversations that their ability to concentrate on the act of driving is seriously impacted and jeopardizes the occupants in their vehicles, pedestrians, and other motorists on the road. People, text messaging and talking on the phone needs to stop because it's very dangerous. Adults are not the only ones at fault here. Teenagers are one of the biggest problems with text messaging and using the cell phone while driving. Teenage drivers ignore the cell phone driving restrictions despite the risks. Cell phone usage in 2007 among the ages of 17 and 18-year-old drivers contributed to nearly 1,000 car crashes. Every year, 20% of the fatal car crashes involve teenagers between the ages of 16 to 19 were the result of cell phone usage. 60% of the Americans, teenagers, admit to driving while using cell phones and text messaging. 50% of drivers between the ages of 18 and 24 are text messaging while driving. 1/3 of the drivers 24 years of age and under are text messaging on the roadways. Teenagers and young drivers are not the only ones using cell phones and text messaging while driving. Adults are just as guilty of using cell phones and text messaging while driving. A nationwide mutual insurance company survey conducted in January of 2007 showed that 73% of the 1,200 drivers polled talked on their cell phones while driving. Adult drivers that use their cell phones while driving are 4 times more likely to become in a serious enough accident to injure themselves, according to the Highway Safety. According to the Human Factors Ergonomic Society, drivers talking on cell phones are 18% slower to react to brake lights, and it takes 17% longer to get back up to speed after applying the brakes. Majority of Americans believe that talking on the cell phone is one of the most dangerous behaviors that occur behind the wheel of the car, but they still do it. A study done by the Harvard Center of Risk Analysis calculated that 2,600 people die every year as a result of using cell phones while driving. They are estimated that there's another 33,000 that are injured every year. Adult drivers are also use text message while they drive. In the United States, 1/5 of the experienced drivers, adult drivers, send text messages while driving. In the same year of 2007, a nationwide survey found that 10% of motorists said they text message while driving. Text messaging and using cell phones while driving is just dumb. It's irresponsible. It shows a lack of judgment on everybody's part that does it. If you have to use the phone or take a phone call, pull over to the side of the road and put your flashes on and take your phone call or make your phone call. That is a safe way of doing things. Action must be taken to stop cell phone usage while driving. And many states in the United States have taken action to put laws forth to ban cell phone usage while driving. California is one of the states that just passed a law, but people there are still doing it. So whether they pass the law or not, it's up to the states and the police to enforce it, which I'm glad they are doing. I've heard of a nationwide ban, but I don't know where it's at this point in time. But I hope it passes.